Every craft beer begins here, in the heart of American barley country. This two-row barley holds the sugars that will become America's favorite craft IPA. Each acre yields 40 bushels of premium malting barley, destined for the finest breweries.
Looking good.
20 tons transferred in 3 minutes, quality checked and ready for the malting process. The journey from field to fermenter begins at the local grain elevator.
4 to 4,000, you're good to dump.
Premium barley is weighed, tested for moisture and protein, then accepted for malting.
200 bushels empty in 90 seconds, fed into the century-old grain elevator system. Grain climbs 12 stories to begin its transformation into brewer's malt. Inside this facility, raw barley undergoes a carefully controlled malting process, perfected over generations.
Steeping begins the malting process, as barley absorbs moisture and awakens from dormancy.
For 48 hours, barley drinks deeply, gaining 30% moisture and preparing to germinate. On the germination floor, ancient instincts trigger growth, unlocking the enzymes brewers need to make beer.
After 3 days, the green malt is aligned, rootlets reaching out as enzymes break down starches into fermentable sugars.
Turning every 8 hours keeps germination even, preventing heat buildup that would damage the developing enzymes.
Loading to kiln 3.
At peak modification, green malt moves to the kiln, where heat will lock in those precious enzymes. 20,000 pounds of green malt enters the kiln, where precise temperature control begins a delicate drying process. Gentle heat removes moisture while preserving the enzymes, a balance perfected through centuries of malting tradition. 24 hours transforms living grain into stable malt, ready to store for months without spoilage. Hot from the kiln, base malt heads for cleaning before it's ready to meet the brewer. The rootlets separate easily now, leaving plump kernels of pale malt, the foundation of most beers. Specialty malts roasted to precise colors add the complex flavors craft brewers demand, from caramel to chocolate. Each roast level precisely measured, ensuring brewers get consistent color and flavor batch after batch.
Specs confirmed.
Custom blends mix to order, giving brewers complete control over their beer's foundation. 50-pound bags stacked and ready, this malt will reach craft breweries across America within days.
From farm to fermenter, the malt arrives at a craft brewery where ancient traditions meet modern innovation.
Morning. Got your grain order.
Each delivery brings carefully selected malts, the brewer's palate for creating unique flavor profiles.
Clear.
Quality inspected at every step, these grains represent months of work from farm to brewery dock.
A well-stocked grain room is a brewer's treasure vault. Each malt type a different tool in the art of beer making.
That's base malt done, specialty malts next.
Milling day begins, crushing grain to expose the starchy interior while keeping hulls intact for filtering.
The perfect crush, exposing starches while preserving hulls, makes all the difference in extract efficiency. In the brewhouse, grain and water unite in the ancient alchemical process that creates wort, the liquid that will become beer.
160 conformed.
Grain and water become mash, enzymes awakening to break long starch chains into sweet, fermentable sugars. 1 hour of rest, and the transformation is complete. Starch now converted to the sweet liquid brewers call wort. The lauter tun becomes a living filter, grain husks clarifying the sweet wort from the spent solids.
3 more passes should do it.
Recirculation builds a grain bed filter, each pass pulling clearer wort until it runs bright and sweet.
1065, right on target.
First runnings are richest in sugar, the concentrated heart of the mash flowing golden into the kettle.
Barging rinses every last sugar from the grain, Efficiency measured in percentages. Reputation built on consistency.
The boil sterilizes, concentrates, and extracts hop bitterness, the crucible where beer's character is forged.
60-minute bittering addition in.
Bittering hops boiled longest, alpha acids isomerizing into the clean bitterness that balances malt sweetness.
We're at 73, looking good.
Flavor hops boiled briefly, preserving volatile oils that create complexity without harsh bitterness.
Wow, that's a citrus bomb.
Aroma hops added at flame out, the final signature capturing delicate oils that define this IPA's character.
The whirlpool is nature's clarifier, physics pulling solids to center while clear wort waits at the edges.
6 to 8 degrees, perfect pitch temp.
In seconds, wort drops from near boiling to perfect fermentation temperature, ready to meet the yeast.
Fresh wort meets its destiny in the fermenter, oxygenated and waiting for the magic of fermentation.
Billions of yeast cells begin their work, a living organism transforming sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide.
Fermentation transforms wort into beer, yeast consuming sugar and creating the alcohol and flavors brewers carefully cultivate.
Nice tropical fruit coming through, peach and mango esters.
At peak fermentation, the fermenter is alive.
Terminal gravity signals completion, the yeast's work done. Now time to separate beer from the workers.
Healthy yeast harvested for the next generation. Craft brewers nurturing their house strains through dozens of batches. Bright beer transferred cold and sealed, protected from oxygen that would stale the delicate hop aroma.
Carbonation adds the effervescence beer lovers crave. Dissolved CO2 creating the bubbles and mouthfeel that define the style. Cold and time are the brewer's allies, patiently polishing beer to crystal clarity and refined flavor.
Nailed it. This is exactly what we wanted.
Science confirms what the brewer's palate suspected. This IPA is balanced, aromatic, and ready to share.
Filler at right height.
Seamer looking good.
.30 cans per minute, each one purged and filled. Oxygen excluded to preserve the bright hop character months on the shelf.
500 cases packed and ready. This beer's journey nearly complete, from grain to glass in 3 weeks.
In cold storage, beer waits briefly before heading to bars, restaurants, and retailers across the region.
The cold chain unbroken. Fresh beer travels from brewery to customer. Quality protected every mile. Fresh beer hits the road. A dozen stops today delivering the craft that defines Portland's beer culture.
This one's gonna be popular.
Each account receives exactly what they ordered. Relationships built on consistency and quality over years.
Hey Mike, got that new IPA?
At Portland's best craft beer bar, rotating taps show creativity.
Good, nice and cold.
From keg to tap, the draft system is calibrated precisely. Temperature and pressure balanced for the perfect pour.
This is our newest IPA from Cascade Peak, loaded with Citra and Mosaic hops, tropical fruit notes.
Wow, that's
Good. Try the IPA.
This is fantastic. Multiplied across hundreds of accounts, craft beer connects communities.
The tap room completes the circle. Brewers meeting drinkers. Direct feedback driving tomorrow's innovation.
This mash tun is where the magic starts. Yeah.
How much grain per batch?
Now let's taste some finished product.
Start with the blonde ale. Notice the subtle malt sweetness. Ooh, I like this one.
Education creates customers for life.
Let's take home a 4-pack of that IPA.
Thanks for coming in. Enjoy those beers.
Direct sales to consumers, no middlemen, craft breweries building.
This is why brewers brew. These quiet moments of enjoyment, the fruits of their labor appreciated fully.
From 1 grain of barley to thousands of glasses raised in celebration, craft beer is community in liquid form.
This is where it all begins and where it comes back to. Every season, every batch, connecting land to glass.
What if we added the vanilla at flameout?
Let's try a higher mash temp for more body.
Innovation keeps craft beer exciting. Pilot batch.
Barrel aging demands patience, months or years waiting.
as beer slowly extracts complexity from oak and spirit residue.
This barrel is perfect.
This one's too boozy. Let's dilute with that one.
That's the one.
Bottle conditioning adds final layer of complexity. Living beer continuing to evolve in the bottle for years.
Limited releases create excitement, scarcity driving desire, but more importantly, celebrating brewing artistry at its highest level.
Barrel-aged beers have 400% markup but take 18 months.
Let's do it. This is what sets us apart.
Growth isn't just volume.
Building for the future, craft breweries reinvest profits into capability, quality, and innovation rather than shareholder returns.
These smell incredible. Gonna make amazing beer. Amazing beer. Fresh bourbon barrels bring the wood and spirit beer.
Big beers for barrels, imperial stouts built to age.
Watch that efficiency. We need all the sugar we can get.
And now we wait, 12 months minimum, patience required as beer and barrel become one, magic happening silently in the dark.
That's perfect. Let's bottle.
Cows love this stuff. Appreciate it.
Sustainability isn't optional, it's responsibility. Spent grain feeding local cattle instead of filling landfills.
We treat 15,000 gallons per brew day.
Everyone creates wastewater. Treatment systems ensuring breweries don't pollute local water.
This cascade is looking perfect this year.
We'll take 500 pounds for fresh hot brew.
Next week.
Craft brewing revitalizes rural economies.
That smell is incredible.
Fresh Hop Season is craft brewing's harvest celebration. Fleeting flavors capturing autumn in the Pacific Northwest.
Craft brewing builds community, collaboration beers raising funds and awareness, making social impact one pint at a time.
What should we brew next?
We're up 15% this year.
We should try a hazy IPA variation.
Craft brewers share knowledge freely, rising tide lifting all boats, industry collaboration advancing beer quality for everyone.
I'm getting some diacetyl in sample B.
Quality control isn't optional. Sensory panels catching problems before customers do, protecting reputation one batch at a time.
Dumping beer is painful, but selling bad beer is fatal. Reputation takes years to build and one bad batch to destroy.
This person loves the IPA.
We dry hop during active fermentation.
Social media humanizes brewing, customers connecting with people behind the beer.
Craft breweries multiply local impact. Every dollar spent circulating through community. Small business creating big ripples.
In 5 years, we could be at 10,000 barrels.
Yeah,
but
we have to maintain quality.
Growth for growth's sake isn't the goal.
Yeah.
We lost 2 accounts to macro breweries undercutting on price.
We can't compete on price, we compete on quality.
When can you get us cans? We're dead in the water without them.
Global disruptions hit local breweries hard, supply chains exposing craft needs.
The hardest business decision I've made was laying off people.
Pandemic tested craft brewing's resilience. Community support.
Margins are down to 8%, unsustainable.
We're not reducing hop bills.
Economic pressures test craft brewers, ingredient inflation forcing hard choices. They're offering $7 million.
But what happens to our recipes?
Our people. We're staying independent. This isn't just about money.
We have to sell through a distributor who takes 30% margin before the beer reaches the retailer.
Regulatory hangovers from prohibition still constrain craft brewing.
Craft brewing's growth outpaced workforce development.
We'll teach you, but need someone passionate. We've had the position posted 3 months.
This tax relief allowed us to hire 5 more people.
Political engagement matters. Craft brewers learning to advocate collectively.
Environmental regulations ensure breweries don't pollute.
We need to reduce BOD levels by 50%.
Compliance costs significant, but necessary.
Product liability is your biggest exposure.
What if we have equipment failure? Risk management isn't exciting, but protects everything brewers built.
There were times I struggled, but talking about it helped.
It helped. Brewing's romantic image masks real challenges, mental health and wellness.
Craft brewers collaborate competing, industry associations providing shared resources, collective strength enabling small businesses to thrive.
Every master was once apprentice, knowledge passing forward. Craft brewing's future built on mentorship and tradition.
Everything I know I learned at Cascade Peak.
Now go make even better beer.
I trust you to continue what we built.
I'll honor everything you created.
Founders eventually step aside. Succession planning protecting legacies.
Innovation never stops. Experimental programs pushing boundaries. Craft Brewing's creativity ensuring every visit brings something new to discover.
The gold medal in the American IPA category goes to Cascade Peak Brewing.
We're honored, but there's always room to improve. Education programs invest in industry's future. Train brewers, raising quality across market.
Fermentation temperature control is cool because
Craft beer tourism transforms regions. Brewery trails creating destinations.
We're doing the beer trail, hitting 10 breweries this weekend.
We miss this place so much. You kept us alive during lockdown.
Pandemic tested but ultimately strengthened craft brewing.
Every generation discovers craft beer anew. Breweries adapting to reach younger consumers while maintaining values that attracted original fans.
Every year, this cycle repeats. Grain to beer to glass to memories to next year's grain. From grain to glass, craft beer is made by people, for people, building community.
Thank you for watching. Support your local craft brewery.